What is going on, guys? Gregos TV. In this video, I'm going to show you the first 20 things to do when you get your OnePlus 8T. So let's jump into this. First thing you want to do is press and hold on a blank spot on your home screen. So right there, and then go to home screen settings at the bottom. Once you're in here, you're going to see a few things that we want to go into. The first one is right here, swipe down to access. So by default, when you swipe down, it brings down, it depends what it brings down. If you're on your home screen, it brings down this, like never settle. If you do it from the top, it'll show you your notifications. But if you do it from like the middle, it kind of brings down information and some things that you might not want, like a toolbox and your step counter and recent apps and dashboard. Maybe you want that. I would recommend switching that. And what I would switch it to is, let's go back, go into home screen settings, and when you swipe down to access, I switch it to notification and quick settings. I hit save. So now when I swipe down, I always get my notification and quick settings really easily. I love that, so that's what I do. Go back in here, home screen settings. Next thing you want to turn on is double tap to lock. When you turn that on and you're on your home screen, you double tap, it'll lock your screen for you very easily. And very helpful as well, so you don't have to press the power button to lock your screen. The other thing in home screen settings is launcher layout. Tap this, and if you wanted to, if you're coming from an iPhone and you want to make a traditional like iPhone feel, change this to home screen only, hit save, and it's going to put all your apps on your home screen just like an iPhone would, so that you don't have to use an app launcher at all if you don't want to. I like the app launcher. I'm used to Android, so that's what I like to use. So just keep it on, keep it the way it was by default. Otherwise, come back in here, launcher layout, sorry, and go into home screen and drawer and hit save. Next, let's go into settings. So swipe down from the top twice, hit the gear at the bottom right and go into settings, go into display. Once you're in display, this is where you can go into sleep. I change it to 2 minutes. It's a happy little medium to keep the phone from the screen turning off too early and not staying on too long. I think 2 minutes is perfect. You can also go into the advanced tab. So hit advanced. And screen calibration, I like it at vivid. It's going to give you the most vivid colors. You can see how each one looks. Advanced, you have a little bit more control, but I like vivid. I think it looks the best. Also within here, refresh rate, set it to 120. It's probably already set at it, but if it's not, just tap right here, choose 120. It's gonna make your phone feel very, very smooth. Back to the main display setting. Vision comfort is a big one. You go in here and you can set this off on manually, or you can turn it on and set a schedule if you want down here. But what it does is it basically turns your screen yellowish, so those harmful blue lights don't keep you up and bother your eyes at all. I don't really use it, but you might love it. Go back to the main screen of display settings, and in here, next what we're gonna go into is you're gonna see dark mode. You can turn this on or off. It basically will make the backgrounds black, easier to see, better battery life. I set it to manually. I always have it on, but again, you can set a schedule if you want, or just keep it white the way it is. Vibrant color effect, I keep that on. It's gonna make your screen just more vibrant. The color is gonna really pop a lot more than they normally would. If you don't like that, just turn it off. But otherwise, you just turn that on right in there. Status bar, you tap that. Show battery percentage, that's a cool one. I like that, to see that. You can also change the battery style if you want. You can do a battery circle. You can hide the battery, but I like the battery bar. That's what I'm used to, and I like seeing the percentage as well. Next, take a step back, so you're back on the main screen of settings and go into customization. And here you can do a lot of stuff. So you can change your wallpapers really easily if you want to something else. You can change the clock on your ambient display. They have a bunch of different ones to choose from. And when you're done, you just hit save at the bottom. Same thing with the fingerprint animations. If you want to change it to something different, you're able to just within here and get different. There's a handful of different ones here. Same thing with horizon light. This will light up your screen when you get like notifications and things like that. You can choose the color that you want. Hit save when you're done. And then other than that, you can also change in here on the main screen of customization. You can change your icon packs if you have different, if you want to make your icons look different on your home screens and on your app screens. You can also change the font. You can make it your system icons rounded or square, and adjust your accent colors as well. Right now I have it set to purple, so it's going to be like when you see all the purple colors around on my settings, that's why it's purple, because I set it within there. Back on the main screen of settings, go into sounds and vibration and go to Dolby Atmos. Make sure it's turned on and set it to dynamic or whatever one you want really, but I look at it dynamic. It's a perfect medium of the best. It'll figure out the best sound, and it gives you bigger, better sound overall. Also within sound, go into touch vibration. I like turning it off. I don't like feeling the vibrations all the time. If you like feeling that, just keep that on. Go back to the main screen of settings again. Go into buttons and gestures and navigation bar and gestures. If you don't like using the gestures like swiping up to go home and swiping from the right or the left to go back, you can turn that stuff off. You can turn the traditional buttons on at the bottom there, so you have your back button and all of that stuff. You can even customize the bar if you want, swap buttons if you want. There's a lot of customizations and things that you can do to change those buttons. Otherwise, what you can do is just keep it at navigation gestures. You can also hide that bottom bar. See how it's white when it's there? You can hide it. I like hiding it because I don't need it. I know where my stuff is. Go back to the main screen of settings and go into security and lock screen. If you haven't already, I would recommend doing a couple things in here. Add another fingerprint. So you can add another fingerprint if you want. Maybe you already did your right hand or your left hand, you want to do the other hand. So just come in here and add that other fingerprint just in case maybe it's wet or whatever the reason. You just want to add another one. You can come in here and easily set that up, add that other fingerprint. And the fingerprint on here is pretty reliable too. It's pretty fast, and I don't really have that many complaints about it when adding my fingerprint on here. The other thing I would do is face unlock if you want. So with face unlock, you're able to unlock your phone with your face. I have it turned on, and if you do turn it on, I would auto unlock once the screen is on. That way you don't have to swipe up. And face unlock assistive lighting as well. So if it's too dark, it'll basically light up the screen so that it can see your face. The other thing under security and locks I would turn on is smart lock, and turn on trusted places. Add the address or the place that you're at, and anytime that your phone is in that location, you'll be able to have your phone unlocked. You won't have to worry about it. Like when I'm at home, I don't care about having my phone locked, so I keep it trusted places on. Same thing with trusted devices. If you have certain Bluetooth devices, a watch, a set of headphones, or you're in your car, you can have your phone always be unlocked when it's connected to that specific Bluetooth device. Let's go home and go into the camera. So launch your camera. And there's a few things in here that will change as well. So if you're on the back camera, hit the three dots in the top right and go into the settings right here. And most of this stuff should already be turned on, but one of the things that I would definitely turn off is shutter sound. I hate having that, and if I'm trying to take a secret photo of somebody or whatever the reason, I don't like hearing it, so I turn the shutter sound off so it doesn't make that like the sound of a fake camera basically. Go back here and go into video, and in video, as long as you're on the back camera, some dirt right there, go hit the three dots. And you can do a couple things in here. You can change the resolution to 60 if you want, but ultimately I would recommend changing it to 4K video. I'll hold this up a little bit, hopefully you can see it. So choose 4K video right there. And that's everything that I would do, at least right off the bat, with the OnePlus 8T. Let me know what you guys do, if you change anything, or just let us know in the comments down below. That's the stuff I usually do on a regular basis to get this phone set up the way that I like it to be. Thanks for watching. See you down the road. Peace.